Hey everybody, Josh Denbo, Consumer Protection Attorney. I'm in New Jersey, but this is a topic that affects everybody in the United States who has a mortgage that is looking for some help. There's a law called the Mortgage Adjustment Relief Services Rule, and what that says is essentially, if you're not an attorney, you're not allowed to collect any money for doing loss mitigation work, modifications, repayment plans, any of that, until you succeed in doing what you're supposed to do. It means that when somebody who's not an attorney reaches out to you and says, I can help you save your house, I promise you a 2% interest rate. I've seen those nonsense advertisements. And you call them up and they say, look, give us $1,500 a month until we're done, or $600 a month until we're done. That's illegal. That's a fraud. It can be reported to the local attorneys general, can be sued. These companies make a lot of money by scamming folks. They're not allowed to do this business. And they're not allowed to do this business because they generally don't get any results for you, and they cannot appear in court or protect you. So if a servicer or an investor improperly denies your application and you've already paid money to this non-attorney, they can't do anything about it. They can't sue. They can't bring an action on your behalf. They can't file a bankruptcy if that's what you need to do in a non-judicial state. And in a judicial state like foreclosure, they can't just bring suit against the bank or servicer. They're just like, oh, sorry, it didn't work, I'm out. It's a fraudulent deal. So don't work with non-attorneys on these adjustment situations. Do not do it. And another reason not to do it is there are rules, and this is very strange and bad for consumers. There are rules that govern what attorneys can say in marketing and advertisement. We can't send postcards because that reveals what we're reaching to someone else about. That's nobody else's business. We can't make promises we can't live up to. We can't do a whole lots of marketing things that a marketing company would love to do to sell services regarding a home loan modification to somebody, because our license might be yanked as a result. So attorneys can't compete with the marketing of non-attorneys, and the non-attorneys are committing fraud every single time they do it, but they make a ton of money. They make a ton of money. The FTC under the current administration doesn't care. They don't prosecute any of these violators, and the violators are just growing like mushrooms after a rain. And I have had so many people come to me, I lost my house, I paid $10,000, nothing happened, what do I do? And sometimes I can help and sometimes I can't, but I guarantee you I could do a better job if people didn't get hooked up with these scam artists to begin with. Then there are the attorneys out of state reaching into a different state promising to do business. So a lot of attorneys firms out of California that reach into my home state of New Jersey and send these letters to consumers in New Jersey in trouble saying, we can modify your loan. They're not licensed. If they're not licensed in New Jersey and they don't have a New Jersey office or a New Jersey attorney who's actually doing the work, that's also a violation of the Mortgage Adjustment Relief Services Rule. And so there's really just one test to know whether you are at least potentially working with somebody who knows what they're doing. And that is, are you talking to an attorney who practices, that firm practices in the state in which you live? Not some glossy website that says, oh, we have attorneys everywhere. No, they don't. They're lying. If it's an attorney in your home state, if it's a New Jersey property, look for a New Jersey attorney. If it's an Oklahoma property, look for an Oklahoma attorney. I think you get the idea without me going through all 50 states and territories. All right. I just want to get that out there because there are a lot of people in trouble right now. It's going to get worse. And a lot of people are going to get scammed. And my job is, sure, I get paid fixing the scams, right? But my job isn't to get paid fixing the scams. My job is to help people. And if I can throw some YouTube videos out there for free and get people alert to the fact as to how these scams work to avoid them, that's part of my job. You know, I'm happy to do it. All right, everybody, stay safe, be smart, avoid scammers, reach out to counsel in your state and form a relationship with that attorney to help you sort through some hard times. All right, later.